everybody, welcome to video number 12. This one's called Mixtures. So I wanted to talk to you about how matter can be combined, and when you combine it in a specific way, you can get a mixture, you can get a compound, or if it's all alone by itself, you can get a pure substance. So those are the things that I'm going to talk about in this video. So let's talk about if you are all the same throughout, then you're a pure substance. That means if I took a spoonful from the top and a spoonful from the bottom, they would be the exact same thing, no matter where you got it from. So this means you could have a gallon of it or a teaspoonful, and you're going to get the same thing throughout. Good way to think about this is sugar. Salt's another good one. Water's a good one. So anything that's a pure substance by itself. Another way to say that is it has the same composition or the same formula, and another word for formula would be recipe. And here are the couple examples that I had mentioned to you for pure substances. So now let's change and go to a different team entirely. So let's talk about what a mixture actually is. A mixture is when you take everything, so I have a bunch of ingredients here for you in the picture, you put them all together and they still keep their own properties. So what does that mean? So think about when you're creating a salad. When you put the tomatoes in next to the lettuce, it doesn't become a brand new substance. You still just have tomatoes and lettuce. They just happen to be at the same place at the same time. Or they're all in a bowl together. So a mixture does not create a new substance. That's very important. There's no fixed recipe. So if you're like me and you don't like green peppers, kick them out and you still have a salad, okay? Or if you've got a nice nacho taco here that you have here, if you don't like the sour cream or the guacamole, you can leave it out and you still have a taco. So a mixture doesn't create a new substance and there's no fixed recipe. Now, this is a big key element of this. Mixtures are physically combined, which means you can put them all together and you can separate them pretty easily. They're not bonded. You didn't add any heat. You didn't blow them up. You didn't react them together. They just happen to be in the same container, and we call that physically combined. Some great examples of mixtures are, I've got Lucky Charms here. Trail mix, you know, where you get cashews and maybe chocolate chips and dried cranberries and things like that. A stir fry, maybe that you eat at night, or the salads that we talked about. All right, I hope you enjoy these clips.
Mixtures: chicken soup, clouds, cookie dough, mud, cereal, gasoline, blood, coffee, concrete, sand, your favorite soft drink, even the air you breathe.
Mixtures are a combination of two or more substances that do not undergo a chemical reaction. Mixtures can be any combination of solids, liquids, and gases.
Italian salad dressing, for example, is a mixture of all three.
You can see the herbs, the solids, and the air bubbles, the gas, mixed in with the oil and vinegar, the liquids.
The components of mixtures can be separated through evaporation, through gravity, or through other mechanical means. Mechanical methods of separation can be as simple as picking olives off of a salad, using a filter to clean the air,
or using a magnet to separate iron filings from sand. Some mixtures can be separated utilizing specialized equipment. For example, a washing machine removes water from its load by spinning. Similarly, a centrifuge forces denser substances to the bottom by spinning a sample very quickly.
Alright, so let's work with the last one here. So now you're looking at a compound. Now, if I had to pick something that was the opposite of a mixture, compound would be it. And we're going to deal a lot with this in the next month or two. But here's your beginning, your introduction. So compounds are chemically combined. And the way I always remember that is the C in compound reminds me of chemically combined. When you do that, you create a new substance which is totally different than the other ones. So chemically combined means that it's not very easy to separate. It means you can't just pick one thing apart than the other. it is something that is very, very, very hard to change once it's together. Compounds are chemically combined and they create a new substance that's completely different than the original. So it means it looks nothing like it. So some examples of compounds I have for you are H2O, which is water. Table salt, you know, the one that's next to the pepper, probably on your dinner table, is NaCl. And vitamin C that you actually see here is C6H8O6. And I want to introduce you to correctly start writing these, and the number that you have that goes below there, that's called a subscript, make sure you write it below and to the right of where it goes, okay? Also, you'll notice the capitals and the lowercase are very important in chemistry. We'll get into those a little bit more, but just make sure that you're copying these appropriately, please. All right, summary time, here we go. So we talked about how matter can be combined both physically and chemically, and then make sure, you know what I would do? I would probably do a three-way T-chart for this summary, and I would use pure substance, mixture, and compound. And it would be okay if you didn't do the paragraph for this summary, because I think the three-way T-chart might be a better way to go. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in class.